Hey guys, welcome back. So we are going to dive right on into things to do in St. Lucia. So as you can see, this is a map of the island. The airport is located on the southern tip of the island, and the Friday night street party is located towards the northern side. So to my knowledge, this is a big party that happens every single Friday, and literally everyone is there. So I stayed at the Royalton and I was there for a group trip. So we paid, I want to say it was $10 round trip for transportation, and the drive was only about like 5 to 10 minutes, not even that. Overall, we did have a really good time. They have food, they have music, there's souvenirs to buy. But I will say, if you do not like crowds, you will not like this. It is crowded, it is packed. Keep that in mind. Also, something I would recommend is to either bring their currency, which is the EC, or if you are using US dollars, bring smaller bills for exact change, because there were many times and many people in our group did not get change back, or the price was totally different than what people originally stated. So just something to keep in mind. It's a good time, but if you don't like crowds, not for you. Also, bring exact change or bring their currency, which is the EC. There are a lot of stray dogs everywhere, but they're harmless. Also, another thing, I want to say we got there around 8 p.m. and people say that it doesn't get super lively until like 10:30-ish. So just something to keep in mind in terms of planning and timing. This group trip, we did also book an excursion via Nexus tours. So this is the website, and as you can see, there are lots of different things that you can do. You can go snorkeling, you can go on a helicopter ride, you can go zip lining, you can go on an ATV, horseback riding, sunset cruise. So there are lots of different things that you can do. So we decided to do the Tout Bagay tour, and Tout Bagay in Creole, which is the language that they speak, it means a little bit of everything. So that included the catamaran, the mud bath, snorkeling. It's advertised that you can do the drive-through volcano, and I will say I was a little sad and upset that they, for some reason, made us choose between that and the Sulfur mud bath when it's advertised that you can do all of it. So just ask for clarification maybe the day of when you arrive, because I don't know, we paid for everything but we didn't get everything. So this is the marina when we arrived. So another thing that was disappointing is we were on a group trip and there were about 20 of us. We did pay for a private boat to take us to do everything, but for some reason when we arrived, they had already rented our boat out. So there was a lot of miscommunication there, and that was very upsetting. So we did have to go on a public boat tour, and we made the best of it. It was still a really good time. It's just, when you pay for something, you kind of expect it, especially when it comes to a private boat. But again, overall, we really did enjoy all of these locations that we went to, especially the scenery. Like, you truly can't be too upset when this is what you're staring at. We were here at the end of August into September, and it was hot. So if you want to see some of the things that I packed to keep cool, everything can be found down below in the description box, as well as the websites that we use to book these excursions. So videos definitely don't do this justice. So these are the two pitons that are advertised that you will see, and these are volcanic plugs. So really cool. Again, I do not think the videos do it justice, and it is a really cool mountainous structure to actually see in person.
population. On the island, 80% are known to be Catholics. The other 20% are shared among the other denominations. One of the first Catholic churches that was ever built straight ahead. It's over 160 years old. It was rebuilt back into a wall structure in 1951. You'll find one of these churches in every small district that you go through on the island. The monument in the middle represents freedom for the slave. This is where the French Revolution took place in 1794. And a few slaves, the neck were being cut up right in the middle of that square. The guillotine was placed in the middle of that square.
This is the arrival to the Sulfur Springs. Personally, I've never done a mud bath before or anything remotely close to this, so it was really cool to actually be able to experience it. Once you arrive, there are places to change and also to put your items down. Make sure that you do bring a towel and maybe a change of clothes if you need it. So yeah, this is a very just a refreshing experience. So again, you do put the mud on you and it's very exfoliating. It's really cool. And then you get into the hot water and you just kind of rinse it off. Now the water is really, really, really hot. So keep that in mind. And they do warn you to not necessarily get out too extremely fast because you can risk fainting and things of that nature. Next up on the list was lunch, and it was really, really, really good. I would say I believe this was the best food we had on the island the entire time we were there.
Guys, we have cocoa in my presence, and I'm there for each of you guys. So just take one. Just take the seat. Take the seat. Oh. No, this is the seat.
Oh,
yeah, this one.
oh, God.
No. Okay. The center part, we also enjoy eating it. After fermentation, and then you take it into the oven to get it roasted. This is what turns into the brown color. It's a very similar process. These countries and small islands around us. All right. Of course, I've been at the top of both of them, folks.
So what is that?
PTP top, meaning.
Up next, we did go to the waterfall, and again, this was another cool experience. Now, the water pressure coming down is a little insane, so just keep that in mind. I feel like people come, they stand under the waterfall, get some pictures, and they call it a day. We then went back on the boat, and the boat took us snorkeling and swimming. Let me just say, if you have to build up the courage to jump off the boat, maybe you should not be jumping off the boat. I'm just giving him a hard time, but again, this was thoroughly enjoyable and we had a really good time doing this. So again, cool experience. If you like either, definitely try it out. I wish I would have been on the other side of the boat. I didn't find out till afterwards that that's where all the fish were. So visually, if you can see where I'm at on the left side of the boat, don't go on that side, go on the other side. That's where all the fishes are. Another thing to not forget are your water shoes. That is an absolute must for a lot of the excursions that you do in this package group. So don't forget those. Those can also be found in the description box down below. Again, the scenery was really pretty. This tour does last a majority of the day. It is advertised kind of like a party boat on the way back, but let me just say, everyone was tired and the energy was pretty low, but they did have music playing, they had beverages, and yeah, just enjoyed a really nice cruise. Do plan on staying at a resort, look into what water activities they have. We stayed at the Royalton again, and they did have jet skis. That was an additional price, but they did have non-motorized activities as well, such as kayaking, that didn't cost. So I'm sure some beaches in St. Lucia probably offer those as well. We did kayak, and that was a really good time. Smile. And that is all that I have for you guys. If you would like to see the full video of the Royalton, I have that listed. I have our room tour listed as well. Those will be linked down below. Feel free to check out some of my other videos, share this with a friend, and I will see you guys next time.